Everyone. Today I'll be talking about a problem that's way bigger than what most people realize: marine debris and plastic waste. It's one of those issues we hear about, but we don't always understand. So, I'll actually try to explain how it actually starts and who it really affects for the next few minutes. And I'm going to break down what's happening and why it matters so we can actually do something, or at least figure out what we can do about it. And if you see my cat, I'm so sorry. Most of the plastics in the ocean doesn't come from fishing boats or big ships. It comes from us, from everyday parts like our neighborhoods, stores, parks, and beaches. A plastic bag gets blown out of someone's trash can, or a bottle gets thrown on the ground instead of a bin. Rain washes it into the storm drains, river carries it downstream, and before you know it, it ends up drifting in the ocean. About 80% of marine debris comes from land. The rest comes from things like abandoned fishing nets, what scientists call ghost gear, which keeps trapping animals long after people forget about it. And here's the part that actually sucks the most: the ocean's animals are the ones paying for our mistakes. Sea turtles eat plastic bags because they look like jellyfish. Birds pick up colorful pieces of plastic and feed them to their chicks. Fish swallow tiny microplastics, and which we then eat, which basically entraps microplastics in our bodies. So it goes to show that us continuing to pollute the ocean and our spaces filled with water is affecting us too. It's not just one species being hurt. It's food webs all across the world getting thrown off because of our mistakes. If turtles decline, seagrass beds get unhealthy. If small fish eat too much plastic, it affects the predators that rely on them. Everything is connected, and once one part starts falling apart, the whole system feels it. My teeth. And it's not just wildlife. Coastal communities, especially indigenous groups, feel this the hardest. A lot of them rely on fishing for food and work and cultural traditions. When plastic washes away and gets up on their shores, or ghost nets damage the areas they fish in, it affects their daily life. Some indigenous groups actually have traditional fishing methods that avoid plastic completely, like nets made from natural fibers. So not only are they dealing with pollution they didn't create, but their own sustainable practices get overshadowed by modern plastic use. What we've done so far. Now, it's not all bad news. There have been wins. The U.S. banned micro beads in face washes and body scrubs. Some cities ban plastic bags or charge people for them. Organizations do beach cleanups and remove ghost gear from the ocean. These things work, but none of them fix the whole problem. It takes a mix of policy, community action, and honestly, just everyday people choosing reusable stuff when they can. What we can do. Real solutions have to focus on everyone, not just individuals. That means giving small businesses time to switch from plastic to better materials, supporting communities who get hit the hardest, and listening to the indigenous knowledge about sustainable fishing. And even though I'm just one person, and you're just one person, it still matters. Using a reusable bottle, recycling when you can, joining a cleanup, or even just talking about the issue, it adds up. The ocean is huge, but it isn't unstoppable. If we keep putting plastic into it, it can't recover. But if we cut back and protect the species that hold everything together, the ocean really can bounce back faster than people think. So that's why marine debris and plastic waste matters, not just for animals, but for communities, culture, and the future of the planet. The choices we make every day really do affect the ocean, and the ocean can't speak for itself. So it is on us to decide what kind of future we want for it. If you This is all I've learned my semester in this class, and this project really put things in introspective and just helped me realize that if we don't continue to fight back the problems we've created, we will only dig a hole deeper that we will not be able to dig ourselves out of in the future. You know what I mean? So I just feel like it's really important that we pay more attention, we bring more awareness, we work even harder to ensure that 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now, when our kids and their kids and their kids are, on this amazing earth, they have the chance to see all the beauty nature brings, especially our oceans and our rivers and our streams. like in our lakes. Like, shout out Minnesota for real. We need to ensure that the earth can be even better. So when we're gone, our generations can just all around enjoy the life that we created for them. That's all I want. And that's what I feel like all the scientists and people who advocate and the people who bring awareness to these problems want to do. We need to ensure that our future isn't bleak, but instead a future that we look forward to. I appreciate you, Mr. Alfred. I do. And I'm sorry that this isn't like the most ideal video. Yeah, I'm not proud of it, but this project was really something I'm proud of. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm really happy to learn about this, and I really hope I can, do something to help. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this project. That was an awkward smile.